month, as I mentioned before, you'll gradually see lasting beneficial improvement. One can say it's like a drop of tea in a glass of water. One drop of tea in a glass of water shows no sign at all, but adding one more drop, one more drop, one more drop, gradually you can see the change in the water. It gradually begins to take on the color of the tea. This means that we should do all of these exercises one drop at a time. In Japanese, there's a saying, even a drop of water can pierce the stone. So if you go to the beach or the mountains, you can see stones that have been rubbed smooth, or you can see big boulders that have holes in them. This is caused by the water. Not the great, huge, tremendous flood, but one drop of rain at a time. Aikido exercises follows this philosophy. Important in stretching, it's always important to develop movement. This is where many people fail to pay close attention. Movement is important, and it's not how many times you move, but it's important to develop full movement of all your joints to be able to stretch all your muscles. So it's very, very important to exercise every part of your body. Please remember that in all of these exercises, it's important to be physically and mentally balanced. You may be able to stretch a little bit further if you lose your balance, but to stretch beyond the point of your natural balance doesn't have any benefit in the Aikido training. Balance comes first. Your mental state comes first. And gradual development of flexibility is always important. And I can't say that enough to you in your training and in your development of your Aikido techniques. As you notice, all the exercises are done individually. Each one stretches to his own limit. It's not really necessary to stretch to the limit of the instructor, who is probably very skillful in these kind of exercises. Just go to your own limit. These wrist exercises are rather unique to Aikido. These exercises are derived from many joint techniques which are often practiced in the Aikido technique. Again, these exercises should be done gradually, and they should be done trying to increase the full range of motion of the wrist. Don't force the wrist. Don't try to bend the wrist too strongly, but keep yourself balanced, watch your posture, and just gradually stretch your wrist, and you'll find that after some time, you'll find that the flexibility of your wrist has increased greatly. Of course, all of these exercises should be done in relation to your training and the execution of the technique. One of the problems in the wrist exercises is that people tend to put too much strength in their shoulders, or they tighten up the muscles in their neck. As you do the wrist exercise, please keep your shoulders down, please keep your body relaxed, and please keep your posture. So sometimes when we're isolating the exercise in the hand or in the shoulder or in the hips, we tend to forget about our overall posture. In all of the exercises, your posture and your balance is very, very important. Of course, each instructor in each dojo has their own arrangement of exercises, as I mentioned before, but this is the type of exercises that we do in our own dojo, in our own training. The keikogi is the uniform worn in Aikido training. It is important to wear the uniform properly during training. The uniform should always be kept neat and clean and in good repair. The belt is always tied in a square knot. In some schools, the belt indicates rank. The black belt indicates first, second, third, fourth degree black belt, as most people know. The hakama was traditionally worn by the samurai class. In Aikido, the black belt wears the hakama as a symbol of the warrior past and the warrior heritage. When one wears the black belt and hakama, they should wear it proudly and always keep in mind what it represents, that we are students of Aikido. It's very important that you dress completely before you enter the practice area. Your mental state should be that as soon as you take one step onto the mat, you're ready for training. Of course, in some schools, it may be unavoidable due to space, due to circumstances, that we need to bring our hakama onto the mat and then put it on before class. But generally, our mental state should be we are totally ready when we enter the mat area. Also, it's important to be properly dressed on and off the mat. Don't wear the belt around your neck. Don't think of the uniform as a way to make a fashion statement. This is not fashion, this is not style, but this is a uniform for training, and always should be worn correctly and be neat and clean and proper and represent the true spirit of Aikido. There's a proper method for folding the hakama. This keeps the hakama clean and neat. And it's important that you fold the hakama properly when you put away your uniform, so that when you're ready to wear it again, it is always neat. Don't just stuff the hakama in your uniform bag, but always try to practice folding it. Recently, I noticed students use the time that they take to fold the hakama as a period to gossip with their fellow students. The hakama should be folded quickly and neatly and efficiently. It is not a time to gossip and talk with your friends. The reason why I say that is that when you're with your teacher, it's necessary to fold his hakama as well as your own. And he may be ready to take off to the next appointment, and while you're still gabbing with your friends or folding the hakama, this is not proper. So it is very important that you learn to fold the hakama quickly and efficiently and neatly. From my own experience, I can fold the hakama perfectly in about 2 minutes. So I think this is the proper time to fold the hakama. Usually when I'm watching my students during normal practice, sometimes it takes 5 or 10 minutes, and this is not correct, I think. When you're folding the hakama, concentrate only on